But let's go back to the beginning, though. Mentioning your grandma. How much of that do you remember? How old was you at the time when that stuff? Because
Now, listen. When my grandma was killed, I wasn't even born yet.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? My grandma got killed, and I was born right after that. But by my last name being Gworls, I was always talking. So I grew up hearing this story from my grandma. You know what I'm saying? My grandma was a good, sweet lady. She took care of her children. And, you know, she seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. And she went down there to the Attorney Affairs and told the people what she seen. And within 24 hours, my grandma was murdered in cold blood. Police who she went told on had people working in the office. So when she filed that complaint, that's had called the police in Davis and let them know that, you know, this lady Kim Gworls up here, she just made a complaint on you about to get suspended. Because this not your only complaint, right? He was so mad and so upset to where he called up a hitman. And he called the hitman and gave the order to kill my grandma over a wiretap.
Well, he was already being targeted?
Listen, homie was already being under investigation for selling drugs and stalking people. He was a corrupt cop. You know what I'm saying? He used to ride around. He used to catch people with their drugs and guns and shit. And he'll take it. He'll extort them. He'll beat them. And my grandma seen that one day and she went told the police. You know what I'm saying? And he was powerful. Like, this man had a warehouse full of bricks. You know what I'm saying? He had real street people on his team that was, you know, jacking and killing shit for him. And he used to get them drugs and shit to, like, you know, every time they used to get in trouble, he used to come to their rescue. So when he got in trouble and he was about to get kicked off the force or get suspended, they went handle the business for him.
Did your grandmother get any justice?
My grandma got justice maybe 20-something years later. I've been hearing this story since I was up. When I turned 21, my mom and them, they got a lawsuit. 6 months later, I got picked up and they threw all type of charges on me and I ain't commit. I feel like by my mom and them finally getting a lawsuit that they deserve from their mom getting killed and my grandma, the whole goal was to get me off the street because I ain't gonna say I'm no saint. The most I was doing, I was selling drugs, so I fell victim to the streets. But I ain't no murderer. I'm not just gonna wake up and just go do somebody something at home, somebody for no reason. That's the picture that they paint of me. They're making me out a monster. That was my first charge. I had guns in my name. I had legal handguns in my name. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to get that, you can't have no convictions. You can't be in jail for nothing violent. I got caught with some heroin and my guns. I was too young. This is what I didn't know. Most young people my age don't know this. If you get busted with drugs and a gun, they're going to charge you with a 924C in the feds. It's called gun protecting drugs.
Yeah.
They're going to run that time consecutive, right? So you automatically got to do 5 years just for your gun being around your drug. You see what I'm saying? I ain't know that. I ain't had that knowledge. The way the police wrote the stuff up on me is like, I was protecting the drugs when I never been in the drug trafficking crime or never even been in a position to where somebody took something from me and I try to protect my guns. Or, you know, I wound up carving out for some time. And when I carved out for that time, all type of charges went to getting just coming to me out the blue. You hear me? Like, I ain't know what to do. They hit me with this Mardi Gras massacre, right? They charged me with 2 murders and 3 attempts. Right? Now, the crazy thing to this Mardi Gras stuff that everybody's saying that I went shot somebody else on Mardi Gras, killed these people and all this stuff. I got a partner named Jared Rain. I got a partner named Brian Coleman. You know what I'm saying? This is my best friends, you hear me? I was with them the whole day, the whole night. Every time there was time for them to come testify, the feds would grab these dudes and put them in jail because they was on parole. You know what I'm saying? They were selling drugs, you know, with street dudes. You know what I'm saying? Well, dudes got convictions and shit. And they were still paying on their parole. So when the people came, got them every time around my court date. It was time for them to take the stand for me on my behalf. So I ain't never have no body to back up what I was saying. But when he got questioned, it was in my paperwork, in my 66-page police report, that they were saying that I was with them the time of the murder. That's what I kept going to trial on. That's why I went to trial so many times. First, 6 people found me not guilty. 6 people found me guilty. The second time I had a mistrial. The third time I had a mistrial. The fourth time, the people came out the back. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think it was another mistrial. The judge told the people to go back to the back. We're not about to do this no more. Y'all need to come up with a verdict because I don't feel like trying this case. Right? When the people came back out the back, all 12 jurors found me guilty. I was shocked. I went to trial 4 times. So I'm wondering in my head what happened this 4th time, and all the other 3 times I got a mistrial in the hung jury. When they use the cell phone towers and the cell phone data, it's not a GPS. It's not going to show exactly where you was at this time. If you be in this area and you move around this area, if it's just packed, it's going to ping your phone off the closest tower. So my phone pinged off the closest tower, meaning that I could be in this area at the time. Now the city, New Orleans is so corrupted, they used that and took that and put me at the place at the time that this murder was happening.
Wow.
And they swept everything under the rug, dealing with my partner's statement saying that, you know, I was with them at the time of this murder. Because when it was time for me to go to trial, they went pick these dudes up and put them in jail. When you pick somebody up and you put them in jail, I don't care who we is. Them dudes is worrying about getting out of jail. They're not worrying about coming to trial and taking a stand for me when they just was on the street and they getting put in jail. And these dudes know they getting put in jail off the strength of helping me.